Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Movie Brothers podcast. I'm your host, Parker Quinn, and with me, as always, is Brandon Brown. Brandon, how you doing, buddy?
I'm chilling, buddy. I'm here,
Yeah.
ready to talk about movies.
Yep.
Should we let the audience know about what happened earlier?
No, don't worry about
Okay.
it. We recorded an episode and it didn't record, so we're trying it again.
So take two. Let's do it.
Yeah, this is our first time doing this. This is our first episode, so ladies and gentlemen, please bear with us. This is a podcast where we talk about movies. We're the Movie Brothers. We're gonna have some guests here and there in other episodes, but for right now, it's just gonna be Brandon and I. We're gonna be talking movies. The odd time we might switch it up and do some TV shows or something like that. And yeah, Brandon, you excited?
I'm excited to talk about what you call it, the movie I'm so hyped up for this month.
Yeah. So yeah, for this very first episode, we're about halfway through September right now, and so we just figured, you know what? Let's just talk about the big movies that are coming out in October, give ourselves a head start. And of course, there's going to be a lot of movies dropping in October, Brandon. Like a lot of movies going on Netflix and Disney Plus and stuff like that. But we want to focus on the big movies that are being theatrically released. There's four of them. We're going to talk about them pretty quickly. Again, this is going to probably be our shortest episode because it's our first episode and we're just trying to get an idea of how we're going to do this podcast. So bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. But the movies that we're going to be talking about are The Smashing Machine, Tron Ares, Black Phone 2, and Springsteen Deliver Me from Nowhere. So, Brandon, let's go in order of release date. So, the first one to be released is The Smashing Machine. And this is a biopic on Mark Kerr. He is a wrestler, and he went through a lot of, drug problems. And this is going to be a big movie because this movie stars Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Emily Blunt. And here's a film that The Rock has really gotten out of his shell, I guess you could say, and play a more dramatic role and not the cheesy, Fast and Furious, Jumanji kind of performances. So, Brandon, you saw the trailer for this movie. What did you think of it?
I thought, damn, this isn't The Rock's regular type of acting.
No.
Because in every movie we see him, he's either big and bulky or big and angry.
Hmm.
From what you call it, from Fast Five to Jumanji to what was that one where he's a football player in that Disney movie way back
Oh,
when?
God, the game plan?
He had the game plan.
I
Like
forgot
literally,
about that one. Jeez.
he's been the same character in every movie.
Yeah.
This one, the amount of emotion I saw in his face,
Hmm.
I didn't think that was possible.
No,
I didn't think it was possible at all.
yeah.
But this movie, I'm actually very excited to see.
Hmm.
Not my number one, probably my number two what I want to watch this year, but for what you call it, number two for next month. But I'm actually very excited for what comes next from The Rock because we're in like a little bridge point between his old type of acting
Hmm.
and then now his new type of acting. And now I'm just like, oh, I feel like I'm in a twilight zone right now after watching that trailer.
Yeah,
It's just,
absolutely.
it feels very weird to see The Rock acting like that. And yeah, I'm very excited to see that movie.
No, yeah, me too. I mean, like, I don't know much about Mark Kerr. I know the name, obviously, and I'm not a huge wrestling guy. But I can name, like Hulk Hogan, like the typical wrestler here and there. You know who would love this movie is Lorenzo.
Yo, Lorenzo would love this movie.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if he contacts us to see this movie with him or something.
He just joins in the
Um,
call, just joins in the call, like, hey guys, how's it going?
but yeah, honestly, I think I'm really interested in seeing this movie, mostly because of The Rock's performance. And this movie already premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival. People are praising his performance and even saying he's getting like Oscar buzz for this. And on top of that, Martin Scorsese has already cast him in his next movie.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
honestly, I don't even know what The Rock is going through right now. Like literally, I feel like his acting method is changing and shit.
Hmm.
I feel like what you call it, he said Michael Scorsese just hired him for a next role, and I guess he's not gonna be playing a wrestling role because now he literally lost so much weight. If you see
Yeah.
him on social media.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, is he trying to get into the headspace of method acting or is he doing his own thing?
Yeah.
Because
I don't
honestly, I
know.
love it.
I don't know. I mean, like, here's another thing too, though. Like, he starts filming Jumanji 3 in November. So
Yeah.
he's gonna have to, unless the weight loss is part of Smolder Bravestone in the movie, like his character, he's got to, get back at it with I'm sure he'll be fine. It's The Rock. But yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure he did lose weight for another movie though, that he's probably going to film that movie for like 2 months and then move on to Jumanji after that.
See that? I don't know, man. It just feels weird seeing The Rock just have to be acting as a different person than himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And so why don't we just move on to the next film right after that? We're gonna talk about Tron Ares. So Brandon, why don't you give us a little bit of a rundown on Tron Ares?
Okay, Tron Ares. Let me go back to my synopsis. Where did I put that? Okay, so basically,
Hey,
without looking at that, because I was looking at the synopsis on Google, but I'm just going
hmm
off the top of my head.
Yeah, go for it.
So humanity now, which call it so powerful with AI, they decide to bring AI into the real world. And so they meet, which call it a whole bunch of which are high tech individuals that are from the other side, the grid. If you remember watching the first and the second one, the grid is where all the AI live.
Hmm
And now the main character, Ares,
hmm
is being puppeted by the main villain of the first movie's family. I think it's his son or whatever. I can't remember, but I know it's more about the villain side of the family than the Flints.
Right.
And so literally, I guess he's just trying to what you call it, figure out his purpose and be in the real world or him himself as an AI. I think he wants to be like turned into an ISO like back in Tron Legacy or not. But that's pretty much the synopsis of the movie.
Yeah, so basically AI's on Earth, and then the people from the computer world of Tron are moving into Earth, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and I think first of all, it's been a long time since I've seen the Tron movies. So like I saw the first one years ago, and obviously Tron Legacy. I didn't actually see Tron Legacy when it came out in the theater. It was probably about a couple years later. Um, so for me, I'm in a weird position of I'll see it because it looks good, like the special effects look amazing and everything, but I'm not too connected with this franchise, if that makes any sense.
No, that's understandable. Or coming from somebody like me who's loved that franchise since he was a little kid.
Yeah.
Remember watching Tron 1, remember watching Tron Legacy in the theaters with my dad. I remember what you call it, watching the TV show, which was it was a classic.
What was that
It's
called?
in
Like Uprising or something like that?
yeah, Tron Uprising, I think it was
It
called.
was, I think that's what it was called. Yeah.
Yeah, Tron Uprising.
Hmm
And literally that was like my childhood, my adolescence, why not whatever. Love that movie.
hmm
But no, literally like this movie is like trying to do their own thing, I guess. But they're also like what do you call it, showing nostalgia to the past movies and past franchises. So you'll see like some scenes from the first movie, the type of grid from the first movie as we saw in the trailer.
Yep.
You see the other grid where we saw that in Tron Legacy. And I guess what you call it, not getting too into the lore of the movie or the franchise, that what you call it, that Tron Ares is gonna be like, hey, we're gonna show nostalgia to the fans who love the first movie, the second one, and the TV spinoff, but we're also gonna do our own thing.
Right.
So this movie, I can't wait for because just honestly, it looks badass. Wait, you're not gonna tell me that you were like 5 years old wanting to pretend to have your own light bike?
Oh, for sure. I mean, like even watching the trailer, I felt like a 5-year-old at times, being like, "That looks so cool."
Exactly.
But I think one thing that's kind of keeping me a little excited from this movie, and I think you can kind of agree with me on this.
Yeah,
I'm not the
we
kind
know
of
who that
person.
is.
I'm not the kind of person to trash talk about someone, especially a famous actor, when I'm literally a guy who just goes by his everyday life.
I mean, if they fuck up, they fuck up.
Yeah, I guess so. But Jared Leto.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like you have so many other actors who, what you call it, do some dumb shit,
yeah,
hating the word turd, amper turd, doing some dumb turdy stuff.
hmm
Like they deserve it,
sure.
but we're not one to what you call it, judge them on their personal life and stuff.
No, of course not. No.
But if they do something that's totally outrageous, then that's their fault.
Exactly. I mean, no one's perfect. But I mean,
Exactly.
like I'm mostly looking at him towards his acting choices in his career.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, here's the ironic part. He won an Academy Award for Dallas Buyers Club, and like deservedly so. He was fantastic in the film. Then he did a little movie called Morbius.
See, we're Morbius didn't happen for me. I watched it and I
I've
felt
never
like,
even seen it.
man, I felt like somebody came up to me in a Men in Black suit, flashed a pen, and walked away and said, "You're welcome."
For me, like I'd never even seen Morbius. I've heard how terrible it is. I refuse to watch it. If he shows up in if Morbius actually, I doubt it. If he shows up in Doomsday or Secret Wars, that will make me watch um Morbius at one point. But to be honest, I don't care to see this movie at all. But yeah, and then even when he played the Joker, I
For
mean,
me,
I didn't think he was a bad Joker. I think in comparison to like say Heath Ledger, obviously, like
he's at the bottom.
he's at the bottom. Like
Yeah.
he's Jack Nicholson is way better. So is Joaquin Phoenix, if that even was the Joker. Um, but yeah, I think Jared Leto, he's had a lot more misses than he has hits. And so it was just kind of questionable when they officially announced saying that he was going to be the lead in this movie. So what's your position on this?
For me, wasn't too big of a fan of him as the Joker. Was not.
Mhm.
The goal, they hyped him up too much just because he's Jared Leto. I
Yeah.
mean, if the Joker was in the movie for more than like 10 minutes altogether, then maybe, yeah, maybe if it had a little bit more screen time, would have been more interested.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, adding that to his rap sheet, I'm like, I'm not too much of a fan about Jared Leto anymore. Then he got into all the controversy, and I was like, whatever. I
Well,
know he's
everything he did
doing,
on set of Suicide Squad.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I know he's getting into music, so I'm just like, okay, cool, well, whatever. He's doing
Yeah.
his
They're
own
saying it's Mars.
thing,
Yeah.
but I'm not a big fan of Jared Leto anymore, so I can't say that's the part of the movie I'm excited for.
hmm Well, it's not just the acting choices. Going back to his performance as the Joker, I feel like people were more picky on him because he was the first actor to follow Heath Ledger.
Yeah,
And so like that, and I think that's a little unfair,
that that is that is
because
unfair.
not only are you comparing him to an Academy Award winning performance with Heath Ledger, but like Jared's just trying to do his own thing, right? I get it's the same character, but like, you know. So yeah, Tron Ares is the next film on that list. So following Tron Ares, the next weekend is Black Phone 2. So Brandon, you want to give us a little synopsis on Black Phone 2?
Let me just look that one up because I know I'm gonna slaughter that.
You don't have to Google the summary. Just like tell us
Okay, so it
what you got from the
follows
trailer.
like it's been a while since I've seen what you call it, the first one, which came out in 2021. I only saw it
Yes.
once.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure it follows what you call it, one of the main characters of the movie from the first movie to the
hmm
second one. Then him and his sister are being haunted by dreams and memories and whatnot, whatever, of their experiences from the first one. They go to a winter camp. First of all, there's a winter camp.
I don't know, skiing, snowboarding. I mean, like I'm
Not for me, but okay, cool.
yeah.
But that's me going off topic. But then they're being haunted by by Ethan Hawke's character from the first movie, who apparently died in the first one. So I guess they're trying to do a Freddy versus Jason type of scenario, which I'm not too mad about
hmm
because we've had like movies like Freddy versus Jason just rebooted, rinse, repeat, rebooted, rinse, repeat. It's either did big and was successful or did small and flopped.
Right.
But I'm actually like the director. I'm not too familiar with the director. I know he told me before he did Doctor Strange, which I
Yeah.
love the first Doctor Strange.
Scott Derrickson. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love the way how the cinematography is in this movie, like the little grain, like the emphasis on the grain filter.
Oh God. Yeah.
Like it looks like an old school VHS horror movie, which I love.
Yeah. Me too.
That that's making me a bit excited to watch it, but it's not something I'm going to see on day one.
No, yeah. For me, I might wait to hear what people think of it. For me, like like you, I've seen the first Black Phone. It's been a long time though. For me, my hesitation lies on, is this a cash grab?
Yeah.
Because nowadays, obviously, every movie needs a sequel. Let's be honest, Joker did not need a sequel.
No, it did not.
You and I saw that together, and we
We're not.
walked out
We're
of
not.
that theater like anyway. So, um, I don't remember the first Black Phone that well, but like for me, when I heard they were making a sequel, I was like, Ethan Hawke's character is dead, so this doesn't make
Exactly.
any sense. But having said that, the idea that they have that he is dead, but he's able to control some phones around and trying to and kind of haunt um, the characters from the first film. But they're also adding like this Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street twist where like when they fall asleep, he can kill them.
Exactly.
So I mean, for me, I'm excited to see something different from the first film, but it's also something I'm nervous about, if that makes any sense.
Yes. See, it can be like you said, it could be a hit or miss. You can do so good, so well, or you do terribly wrong.
Yeah,
So hopefully it does good. I do have faith in the director because Doctor Strange is one of my favorite movies from one of the past phases.
yep, from the MCU, yep.
Yeah.
Well, he also directed another horror movie, which I really like called Sinister. And Sinister was
Yes.
very similar in the sense that you talk about the filters and the film grain and everything like that. He used some of that in Sinister too, and it really worked. It was really effective. I mean, Sinister is one of those horror movies I've seen it once, never again.
See, I'm not gonna watch Sin. Wait, I'm not too big on horror movies, but
Yeah,
the fact you said Sinister, I was like,
yeah,
now I know why I'm not gonna watch that.
yeah. I mean, you could watch it once, but after that,
No, I'm not. I'm never gonna go to sleep again in my life.
no, God, no. So yeah, that was Black Phone 2. So our next film, the fourth and final film we're going to talk about is Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere. And this is a movie I'm really excited about because I'm a rock fan, rock music, country music as well. But Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, one of my favorite artists of all time. This is going to be something this has been a movie that even when it was announced, I would constantly was looking up, okay, do they have a release date yet? Who's playing Bruce Springsteen? What's going on? Like this was a movie that as soon as it was announced, I was like, I am in no matter what, even if the trailer was terrible. And thankfully the trailer was really good. So for me, Springsteen Deliver Me from Nowhere, it stars Jeremy Allen White from The Bear, a show that you love, absolutely love. And while it is a biopic, they're focusing more on a certain time in his life. It was when he's working on his Nebraska album in 1982, because around that time too, like he was really facing anxiety and depression in his life. So I think it's going to mostly talk about, you know, his experience in his past, but they're not going to mention, his albums afterwards or anything like that. So I mean, it's a different approach because when you look at a biopic like say Bohemian Rhapsody, they started from when Freddie's career started to Live Aid, which was basically I believe that was even like a year before Freddie passed away or something like that. I don't know when
Hmm.
Freddie passed away, but like so like we're not necessarily getting the full life, especially considering that Springsteen's still alive.
Yeah.
So, but I think this is gonna be great, and especially an actor like Jeremy Allen White who plays it was Carney in The Bear, and of course Emmy winning, fantastic actor, and he's great in The Bear. So, and he looks like Bruce Springsteen in a way. So, I mean that's one thing I will give price to biopics for is because they always find an actor who looks like the character. Like Taron Egerton looked like Elton John. Rami Malek
Yeah.
looked like Freddie Mercury.
And
Uh,
the other guy and the Elvis one too.
oh yeah, Austin
Yeah.
Butler. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the only thing I'm hesitant about this movie is I'm not a huge fan of music biopics anymore.
Yeah.
When Bohemian Rhapsody came out, it was like, okay, this is good. And I've seen Walk the Line years ago, which was the Johnny Cash biopic. But then when you got Rocket Man and Elvis, and then even the Whitney Houston one, it was like,
Yeah.
it seems copy and paste. I understand if these people went through something similar, like they are given God-given talent as singers. They become big. They get addicted to drugs. They become an asshole to everyone around them. And then they got to climb up the hill and, regain their control and stuff. It's like I hate to say it because these are the lives of people, like real people. They're biopics. But at the same
Mm.
time, I'm kind of sitting here like, I watched Rocket Man and I was like, this is Bohemian Rhapsody. I watched the Whitney Houston film and I was like, this is Elvis.
Yeah.
Like it's the exact same movie over and over again. But thankfully, I think this movie has a slight edge because they're only focusing on a certain area of his life and not his entire career or anything like that. And then, of course, if you saw in the trailer, he had an abusive father, so they're probably going to be talking about that in the film as well. So, Brandon, what was your I kind of rambled on there a little bit longer than I
No, you're
expected.
fine. You're fine. You more
But
you know this more you know more about this than me.
yeah, but like, what did you get from the trailer? Would you want to see this movie at all?
I would give this movie a chance, but I'm not too big on country. I love country, but not too big on
Well, he's more rock
country.
than
Like,
country. He does have
yeah.
a bit of a rock, or sorry, a
Okay.
country-ish feel, but like he is more rock than country.
Okay, rock. Okay. Oh no, I probably will give this a shot because I do love Jeremy White.
Yes.
Love it in the Bear.
Yep.
Because what you call it? Some people don't know since this is their first time meeting us on the internet. We both met we both met at work, working in
Yep.
the kitchen.
We
So
we worked in a restaurant. We worked in the kitchen. Yep.
so watching literally the Bear, literally it getting like point after point after point after point of what it's like to work in the kitchen,
Yeah.
it gave me straight PTSD.
No, honestly, I mean, I remember
Which
when I first started watching The Bear and I saw like what happened in one of the episodes at the time. And granted, I left the restaurant at that point, but it was like early on when I left. So in other words, I was watching the episode and I was like, that literally happened to me like 2 weeks ago.
because I'm
You
like,
know?
man, like it's so spot on, and I love that show, and I love him in that, and I love him in Shameless. Shameless was
That's
such a good,
right.
sh yeah,
I forgot
Shameless
about
was
that.
such a good show.
Yeah.
So many good actors came from that show, which is two, to be honest. For me, it's him and the person that played his brother,
His
the
brother.
ginger.
Oh, the
He
guy
played
from he played the Joker in Gotham, didn't he?
he played a Joker in Gotham. He plays
Cameron
Cal,
Monaghan, right?
yeah, he
That
plays
was his name.
he does Cal Kestis in the Star Wars video
Yep,
games.
he does. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. I haven't seen that show in a long time. But yeah. Anyway, so any last minute points you want to make about Springsteen?
Springsteen, like I said, I don't know too much.
Hmm.
I don't know who he is. This is the first time I ever heard about him, to be honest. So after this podcast, I might just give him a shot, listen to his music.
Just
Just
kills me that
like,
you've never even heard of him.
man, there's so many other artists I don't even know. We can go about this all day. I can tell you some people that you might not know. You can do
I
the
mean,
same thing
yeah,
back to
that's a
me.
good point. And like, if there's a rap biopic, I'm probably gonna be like, I've never heard of this guy.
If somebody's doing another All Eyes on Me, I'm watching that again.
Oh, probably.
All Eyes on Me was such a good biopic.
So yeah, that's basically the movie rundown. The Smashing Machine, Tron Ares, Black Phone 2, and Springsteen Deliver Me from Nowhere. Obviously, I already mentioned Springsteen is the one I'm most looking forward to. I'm assuming Tron Ares is yours.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Action
Uh,
movies are my heart.
oh yeah, absolutely. But I do want to ask you, box office. Which
Box
one?
office.
What's the king of the box office for this month of these four movies? Which one's going to crush it at the box office the most?
I do love Tron Ares, but we have seen time and time again from Disney, they put out like Oscar-worthy trailers and then the movie
Yeah,
just flops. So
yeah,
I'm gonna leave that at three or two. Black Phone would have to be last. Would
yeah.
have to be last.
Hmm.
And then one and two would have to be, I can't really put them at one or two. I guess they tied for the same positions. It would be Springsteen and The Machine.
Yeah,
Smash Machine.
I have a very similar ranking for me. I think Black Phone's going to do be at the bottom.
Yeah.
The reason is because well, granted, horror movies do great at the box office. I'm not saying they don't, but just in comparison to other genres, like I think like It, when that first
Yeah.
came out, that crushed the box office.
Then the
I
sequel,
The sequel didn't work. No, and
no.
even I'm even hesitant to watch this HBO show that they're doing.
Oh, I'm not excited for that at all, man.
I'll watch the first episode just to see what it's like, but honestly, no promises. Anyway, so Black Phone 2, I think is at the bottom. It could still do well, and obviously we could be wrong. But yeah, I think Black Phone 2 is going to be at the bottom. I'm going to put Tron Ares at number three, just because Tron Legacy didn't do that well at the box
Yeah.
office, and I actually know a few people that weren't a huge fan of the film anyway.
Yeah.
Granted, I think the Tron franchise has like a cult following. It's not a
No, they
Star
have a
Wars.
big cult
Yeah,
following.
yeah, it's not a Star Wars. It's not a Avengers like
It's like
following.
more like nostalgia. It's
Yeah,
more nostalgia.
exactly. And like, so it's been a long time since the last film. The last film did okay at the box office, but didn't do great. And with Jared Leto in there, I think a lot of people are going to be a little like, maybe
Yeah.
not. But like, all honesty, I could be wrong. Black Phone 2 could make more than Tron Ares. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, most definitely because like it's gonna be like more towards kids, teenagers, and
Yeah,
also the adults who have been fans since the first one.
yeah.
But what's your first two?
So yeah, my number two is going to be Springsteen.
Okay, okay.
While this is my most anticipated of the four films, I think that with Springsteen, the only thing that I think is not making it number one is that they have a TV actor in the lead
Yeah,
role and not a huge movie star. Now, obviously, like I'm not saying like Jeremy Allen White's a bad actor at all. Obviously, he's a fantastic actor. He's an Emmy winner. He's the star of one of the biggest TV shows on right now. But I think if you were to compare Jeremy Allen White to Dwayne the Rock Johnson, who has who has the bigger chance of making money in the movie theaters, a TV actor or like the biggest one of the biggest movie stars in the world? Like I would argue Ryan Reynolds and The Rock are the two biggest movie stars working right now.
yeah. See, I respect your ranking, but at the
Mhm.
same time, we've all like The Rock's acting has been the same, like we said, it's been the
That's
same
another thing
for
too.
years, years and years, years, years. The
That's another
same.
that's another reason too. You're right.
But then it's all we have right now is based on the trailers.
Yes. But I think obviously with the Smashing Machine performing at the or premiering at the Toronto International Film Festival, that and word of mouth going out, I just say my mic, word of mouth going out that um, you know, The Rock has this much different performance than what we're seeing. I think the word of mouth is going to go out and everyone's going to be like, I need to check this out.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah. So for me, one more recap. The Smashing Machine, I think, is going to be the number one at the box office, followed by Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere. Then I'm going to say Tron Ares, and then I'm going to say Black Phone 2. So I think we
Okay.
have like pretty much the same ranking.
Pretty much similar, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Brando, do you have any last minute things you want to say before we wrap up this episode?
All I could say is everybody, thank you for taking your time to deal with our first like podcast doing it together.
Yeah.
We're still learning the ropes. Also, especially me, who's literally saying whatchamacallit all over the time. So that's something I need to work on. So
Yeah.
all I can say is thank you for your patience.
It comes with time. It comes
Yeah,
with time. I mean, I did host a podcast a few years ago with a buddy of mine. And so like I do have a bit of experience, but like obviously we're going to work on this. And plus we're doing this
yeah,
ourselves. It's not like it's going to be we don't have like a producer working on the show with us. Like
exactly,
it's just the two of
exactly,
us right now. So
exactly. I just like I come from like just doing YouTube videos, editing short clips together
yeah,
instead of just talking straight out.
exactly.
But this has been a nice experience, nice little change up.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm looking forward to doing more episodes of this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Movie Brothers podcast. Once again, I'm Parker Quinn, my
And
co-host Brandon Brown. You can say it if you want.
I might, I will. God damn, I'm tripping over my words again. Yes, I am Brandon. As you
Correct.
said, I am Brandon Brown.
Yes. And thank you guys for listening. Again, this is probably going to be our shortest episode. Again, we're just testing the ground, seeing what we can do here. But we hope you guys enjoyed it and stay tuned and watch more episodes with us. So, once again, the Movie Brothers podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Have a good day.
Peace.